Hey, call me Shape, and today I'm reacting to a video titled, She's Facing Serious Prison Time. Pop the Balloon Girl. Let's get right into it.
Hey, this is Raul of Please Act Right. Do you remember this woman in the green dress from the Pop the Balloon show? Take a look at how she shows how money hungry she is before she got herself into trouble. Take note, she already popped her balloon on this guy until he starts talking about business and money.
Now, is Adana your type?
Adana actually is. I like the way she talks, her sophistication. I think she would be somebody that probably could be my A1A if I were to run my business and include her in it.
Which way for the business?
As far as somebody as a CEO just like me, so you can take over my same business, vice versa, represent those things, you know, respectability to other people. So say if we're talking about my modeling career, you can speak on my behalf, you know, help me with things like agency.
Be your agent?
No.
Like what's the cut?
Be my partner. A partner.
Wait, okay, so
This young man does not know the bullet he dodged. Keep watching.
you'll be the model, and then I would help build your portfolio?
No, we would be a business unit. You will learn me and what I do.
Girl, you can't build no portfolio. You're not a photographer, baby. You don't know that skill. That's my skill. That's why I take offense to that. Stop her right there. Yeah, she wants to know what's her cut. If you made her your business partner, by the way, she popped the balloon. Why are you even talking about what she would have got? She ain't gonna get it. At least she shouldn't. She popped the balloon. She didn't want you until she found out, oh, you might got some bread, bro. You better watch out.
Just do that on my behalf, and I will learn the same you.
Yeah, I get a cut.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are you doing right now, like as far as your portfolio?
Is she looking for love or is she trying to get a job?
Right now, I'm an A&R. I'm scouting for young talent right now to sign to new record labels. That's gonna be the next 10 years. Some of the biggest artists you probably don't know about yet. I do professional model work. I do commercials. I do act. Okay.
So, do you have any artists that?
Yes.
Do you have a studio?
Yes.
Where is it?
It's over in the Buckeye area, Buckeye, Arizona.
Is it elaborate?
Yes.
Do you have an engineer and all that?
Yes. I hire people. I employ people.
Where are you getting the funds from?
At what point is he gonna realize that she's just fishing for money? Dude, you're telling her way too much about your financial situation.
Listen, I got no issue with guys, quote unquote, leading with their wallet, right? I wouldn't rub it into someone's face. I mean, it shows insecurity. But if you got to let a girl know where you at, let her know where you at. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that doesn't mean she's going to get some, right? A lot of women know. Listen, if you got status, girls already know you wealthy. So this whole idea, hide your wealth, hide your wealth. Hey, bro, nowadays, if you getting money, everybody knows, okay? It's hard to get money right now in silence, okay? This whole old dudes will be like, yo, don't leave with your wallet, leave with your wallet. Bro, if you're famous, you already led with your wallet. You ain't even got to say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So him saying it, he just confirming it. The whole point is, though, don't let her manipulate you. You seem like you're very easily manipulated, brother. I'm just letting you know.
Years old. Before this, I was one of the youngest account managers with a company called CenturyLink. They're called Lumen now.
Yeah.
I made about $250,000 there on my own just from the contracts that I signed around the state.
Why are you telling her all of this?
So you may move into an apartment and they have internet already established there. About 3 years ago, I established that before that place was even built.
Life costs money, so okay, I'm thinking about 200 grand 5 years ago. A little talk, but something's not adding up.
Everybody in the room sees what's going on.
Oh,
except for
man.
him. Wow.
I'll get the balloon back and I'll think. Let my mind twirl a little bit. I crunch the numbers real quick.
She's crunching numbers. So, okay, now it's bad because in your face, she's showing you in your face, hey, bro, you a paycheck to me. You just dollar signs. This is the red flags you got to worry about. In fact, this is why I like the quote-unquote leading with your money, because you could see a girl switch up just like this. She popped the balloon and since she found out what? He had money. So you know she's with you for the money. You know it.
And now that he's talked about all of his businesses and raising $250,000 to get another business going, she wants her balloon back. This guy may be good at business, but when it comes down to recognizing when a woman is trying to use him for money, he's not so smart. Well, fast forward.
Woman who accused former Dodgers pitcher Trevor Bauer of sexual assault has been charged with fraud in Arizona. A grand jury indictment unsealed Monday accuses Darcy Adana Esmonu of fraud and theft by extortion against Bauer and another man.
Yep, that's her from the Pop the Balloon show, trying to extort money from men after having a one-night bang 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 with them. She's using her poo nanny to get money out of these wealthy guys.
Monu sued Bauer, saying he raped her and got her pregnant in 2020. Bauer says she demanded money to terminate the pregnancy, but later said she had a miscarriage. Bauer posted a 5-minute video on YouTube responding to the indictment and addressing allegations at large for the first time in months.
Here's the thing, she never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant, and that's corroborated by her own medical records. When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million she was asking for...
$3.6 million! Baby girl, they said you only hooked up with him one time. Y'all had XXX once, and you won $3.6 million? Listen, man, let me tell you something. The true scam of a lot of these girls, they're going to try to sell you a $10 bill for $50, right? A $10 bill for $50. Okay, girl, ain't no one night stand worth $3.6 million. No, you out of line, you out of place. What were you thinking? And this is the funny part. This girl was able to achieve something very interesting. She is a black woman who was able to seduce a white man, who, by the way, is a successful white man. Okay? And you tell me, instead of trying to work your way into a relationship with him, because look, if you could sleep with a guy, you could possibly, that's your foot in the door. You could possibly try to get more out of that instead of like extortion, right? You guys be trying to scam the wrong people. Instead, this is your opportunity. Girl, so many black women never even meet a high value man, let alone sleep with him. And instead of actually being of something of value to him, you try to scam him. And let's just say you were successful. Let's say you were successful in getting the $3.6 million you got for that one night stand that you lied now. Oh, now you meet 3 too. Now you meet 3. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you're successful and you got $3.6 million. All right, now you got the bag. What other high value man would actually want to date you knowing that you scammed another man for $3.6 million? Let's be real here, right? You got a clown face on, bunch of makeup on, right? Fake eyebrows, hair that's not yours, that perfect hairline. Yeah, we know that's a lace front wig, okay? So, you know, it's just so funny to me that you guys, she fumbled her position to try to scam somebody when she really could have just been trying to be a loving wife. He might have went for it, right? Because this dude, he might be wealthy, but clearly he's never smashed a black woman like this before. I have, my brother. It ain't all that. You know, nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying it's bad, but it ain't $3.6 million worth of a good time.
Bogus assault claim and filed a civil suit against me.
$3.6 million.
In the countersuit, Bauer's lawyers claim she took the money for the abortion and went to Philadelphia to get LASIK eye surgery.
Well, that LASIK eye surgery is going to come in handy for her now, because I'm pretty sure she can see real clear on that court document that she's facing up to 16 years in prison.
There are women that will try and ensnare you and extort you for money. And if they come out with these claims and they smear your reputation, they can destroy your career.
We tried reaching out to Ismonu and her legal team, but were unsuccessful. Her next court date is next week, and she could face more than 16 years if convicted on both charges.
And this is
what we need to happen. We need this to happen. We need women like this to go down for trying to falsely accuse somebody. You're trying to ruin this man. This man has worked so hard to get here, and you want to steal. You want to steal. Yo, give that girl a felony, yo. Give her 2 felonies, dog. You know what I'm saying? I know they say protect black women. I can't protect this type of behavior, even though you're against the quote-unquote white man. You ain't sicking it to the man. You sicking it to a man who is good thing he got good defense lawyers to go lock your broke ass up. You a brokey, girl. This is the interesting part about the conversation that we're not having. So many of these women who want wealthy lives, all they can think about is scamming their way to the top. Ain't no girl trying to marry her way up. Just marry your way up, baby girl. Just marry your way up. He's already cracking you. You tell me you can't hit the man with the Gawk 3000 and really make him crazy about you? Yo, women don't understand. Man, we're so simple. If this guy was down to hook up with you, that means he was down to be alone with you. This man's a millionaire. And you want to scam him? You don't want to try to protect him, preserve him, try to show him that you're really down for him? Yo, broke people, they got this fantasy about getting rich two ways. The lottery or through scam. Those are the two ways broke people try to get rich. The lottery through scam. Successful people, we see opportunity by doing the right thing. I told you before, and I said this in my channel before, the most gangster thing you could do is do what you're doing with impunity. Okay, and sometimes girls could falsely accuse people with impunity, but that's coming to an abrupt stop. That's coming to an abrupt stop. You goofy girls are so goofy. You will never know how to fully try to finesse somebody, because the real finesse is being a wife and then getting a divorce. And then the whole system is designed to help you in that scenario. But the system you're trying to manipulate and abuse, right, for evil, now it's going to come back to bite you in the ass. And I'm here for it. I am here for it. I'm going to get popcorn for it, baby girl. I am happy. And you're an attractive woman, and attractive women like you need to learn. Stop squandering your prime years to try to finesse and scam. Instead, do the hard work. Which, by the way, the hard work, it might be uncomfortable initially, but long term, it's pleasant. Okay? There's a lot of discomfort initially in doing the right thing. And there's a lot of comfort initially in doing the wrong thing. But long term, the right thing always beats out the wrong thing all the time. The light always outshines the dark all the time.
Guys with big money have to really be careful of the women that they get with. From now on, they might want to take a page from the famous guys who make women sign an agreement before they lay down with them that states that they consented to the bedroom action. And this ball player, he wasn't the only one she pulled this mess on. There's another guy before him.
Darcy Adana Simonu has been criminally indicted for committing felony fraud against me and another man. So now she's facing up to 16 years in prison. We had one plain sexual encounter in December of 2020. Nothing that could be considered remote.
Yo, he called it plain. One plain intimate encounter. One plain one. But here's the funny part. You got two dudes. And you fumble both of them. You try to scam. You got two successful men and you fumble both of them. Girl, I need you to go to the closest mirror right now. Darcy, I need you to go to the closest mirror right now. Come here, listen up, right? Go to the closest mirror right now. Make eye contact with yourself. Open up your palms and slap the hell out of yourself. Girl, something's wrong with you, girl. Your daddy didn't tell you better? Yo, these people, if you're going to learn how to scam for the best. Okay? From the best. You guys are goofy, yo.
She initiated it, but don't take my word for it. Take hers.
Thank God for him, he was smart enough to save the receipts.
This is a picture and text message she sent me the next morning, explaining why she came on to me. And for months afterwards, she repeatedly requested to sleep with me again. For example, this text from January 7th.
Her text says, I'm not certain, but I can sleep over there later. And I'm not certain if, but can I sleep there? It's peaceful for me. It's peaceful for you. Look at that. When you sleep next to the enemy, it's peaceful for them. You should be shivering in your sheets. Okay? You should be having cold sweats. Okay? And I'll tell you this, man. Even me, I'm becoming, a Z-list celebrity now. I'm about to hit 10K subscribers. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notifications. It really helps the channel. But even me, my new rule, and I've always been coming up with new rules to combat against goofiness like this. No sleepovers. No sleepovers. You could come over, you could smash, you could leave, and if anything, you could come back early in the morning. But I am not closing my eyes and going to sleep around these goofy women. I'm not doing it. And I'd recommend you fellas, if you're a successful man, I recommend you do the same thing. Trust me. These girls, look, and the problem with me right now is, now that I'm a lawfully owner of a firearm or firearms, right? They call me Two Bun Crowley, you feel me? Two Bun Crowley. Now that I'm a lawful owner of this, I don't want nobody trying to jeopardize it by trying to do some goofy stuff around my stuff. You feel me? I got assets I need to protect. That's why they're there, and I don't need you touching nothing. I don't need to try to wrestle with nobody for nothing. And I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm not trying to find out anyway. You feel me? I don't want these goofies to think they could take advantage of somebody like me. Hell no.
2021. At one point, she even requested a sample of my sperm so she could have my child whenever she wanted to in the future. Now, it's hard to keep track, but she's made at least 4 7-figure demands over the last few years. More than a year after the one time we slept together, Adana retained a lawyer.
Man, all of this for sleeping with her for one night.
She then demanded $3.6 million and claimed I forced her to have an abortion, leaving her emotionally devastated and irretrievably damaged by it. But here's the thing, she never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant, and that's corroborated by her own medical records. When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million she was asking for, she made up a bogus sexual assault claim and filed a civil suit against me. In that version of her story, she claimed, for the first time by the way, that there was non-consensual sex, but her texts from the next morning show what actually happened. Remember this text in which she explains why she came on to me? She also claims that instead of an abortion, she actually had a miscarriage, but that's impossible, of course, because again, she was never even pregnant. We now have emails between her and the first two law firms that dropped her, in which they acknowledge they never had any evidence to support her claims, but they'll try to get my money anyway.
Great. I appreciate your time and input today, and I'm glad we can agree to $750,000 to $3.6 million as a settlement bracket. As explained on the phone, we will start high and understand the lowest you will accept to settle is $750,000. Have a beautiful day, Adana.
Wow.
I then shared an audio recording I have in which Adana contradicts her own claims and asks me for money. In the emails, her lawyers agreed that that's insurmountable evidence, and they informed Adana that they can no longer represent her unless she can provide documentation or proof of her claims. Of course, she couldn't do that, so the law firm urged her to consult other law firms with different standards.
Also known as
insurmountable evidence, girl, against you. He's like, nah, this is the, that's why, look, if you're a high value man and you're a Henry, you're a high earner, not rich yet, this is one of the things you got to do. Listen, I don't get a girl to sign on a dotted line that she's consenting to XXX with you and have it recorded on camera. And if she said this is too much trouble to go through, baby, you could go. You could go, boo. If this is too much to go through, you could go, boo. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because look, the risk is just too high. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Ain't no black butthole worth seeing for one night that is equivalent to losing $3.6 million in your career. Ain't no, bro, I've seen a lot of black butthole in my life, and I'm going to tell you, man, ain't no black butthole worth $3.6 million after one night. These women are ridiculous. This is what you call narcissistic. This is what you call arrogant. She has a super inflated view of herself. She thinks she could just go around sleeping with high value men, which, by the way, congrats to her. She pulled that off at least, right? She's able to find herself in the bedroom of two high value men, not one, two high value men. The goofiness inside her couldn't help her, you know what I'm saying, scamish desires to try to finesse a dude rather than just trying to earn a relationship. You had two opportunities for a relationship. Listen, if you were even only just 50%, only at 50% rate, you will still came out with one high value boyfriend. Because this is what other girls that get to sleep with this guy are going to do. The other girls that get an opportunity to sleep with these men, they're going to try to get them in a relationship. You try to get them in a courtroom. You lied so bad, even your own lawyers had to dump you. Now, I need to get some smacks for this white guy too. So listen up, white boy. Why are you smashing these girls raw doggy to begin with? See, he never even talked about that. The fact that you're even inside them raw says a big flaw with you, my brother. You feel me? That same girl that you had one night with, that was a casual plane encounter. Let me tell you something. Men like me, we've had many casual plane encounters with them. And they never try to extort us. That's the funny part. Only people get extorted are well-to-do men. The men like me that are not even there yet, you know what I'm saying? And girls I never had money for girls to try to scam me. I'm getting the cracked cheeks for fun without any extortion. So women will actually treat men lower than them better. You tell me that I have to have less fear of dealing with these women than a rich man? What's the benefit for the rich man then? If you're gonna mistreat the rich man, but then treat the Pookies and the Ray Rays, but by the way, I'm not neither a Pookie or Ray Ray, but let's just say you treat the Pookies and Ray Rays better. Why that? That's so strange to us, So this dude, my brother, that girl ain't worth a dime. Okay, she tried to sell you a $10 bill for $500, and you almost bought it. Okay, when you go into a girl raw like that, you almost bought it because the minute that semen leaves your body, it ain't yours no more.
ruthless standards.
Now, Adana has filed more than 10 police reports claiming assault or harassment against other men, including at least one other professional athlete. But after the Scottsdale police completed their investigation into her claim against me, she's the one being indicted for felony fraud. And not just against me, against another man as well.
Cool. Both of them are filing charges against her. That gives it a much better chance of her getting thrown in jail, where she deserves to be.
She made up bogus assault claims and attempted to extort him too. And it gets worse. In my lawsuit against her, we subpoenaed a witness whom she knew for relevant documents to use in our case. And when she found out, she immediately made assault claims against him too. Her MO is clear. Lie to men to get their money, extort them if she must, and when they refuse to pay, stop paying or stop giving her what she wants, go to the police, accuse them of assault, and file a civil suit against them to retaliate.
And I hope they throw the book at her and she gets the whole 16 years in prison, because she deserves it. These ruthless women are okay with getting money from these men that she did not earn through lies and false allegations. And if they don't comply, willing to ruin his whole career as a retaliation. Look at what happened to Jonathan Majors, the actor. His girlfriend claimed that he put hands on her in a bad way, and he started losing brand deals and movie roles as a result. To all the men out there, be careful of these women nowadays, especially the ones that you're planning to have a one-night stand with. If she's willing to have a one-night stand with you, a person she doesn't really know, chances are she's willing to try to get you for your money. And if you don't pay up, you might have the police knocking on your door saying that she's claiming that you took her against her will. And this also includes all the men out there exercising the use of your passport going to other countries. It's happening overseas too. I've been approached many times in the Philippines in places like the malls by well-dressed, very attractive Filipino women. They smile and say hello and ask me where I'm going and can I go with you. Don't fall for these tricks from these streetwalkers, guys. Those are usually the women who are strictly gold diggers or they're looking to extort you. You fall for her beauty, you take her to your place and handle business. She excuses herself to go to the bathroom and she takes her phone with her because she's texting her male accomplice that she'll be leaving your place soon. She asks you to walk her to the front door of your building or your hotel because she's shy and she doesn't want to walk by herself, and you agree. As soon as you get to the front door, here comes this Filipino man asking you, why are you sleeping with his wife? And in case you didn't know, adultery is against the law here in the Philippines. Then he tells you that you got to cough up a certain amount of pesos right away, or he's going to call the police and have you arrested for adultery. Do you call his bluff? If he calls the police and she is really his wife, she'll go to jail too. But what if he cares more about the money than he does his wife and betrays her and reports it anyway? He could just get both of y'all thrown in jail, and he could do it out of spite. And by the way, adultery sentences here in the Philippines can start at a minimum of 5 years in prison. This is why any Filipino woman that I plan to get involved with, she has to produce an original copy of her CENIMAR, a legal document from the Philippines courthouse that verifies her marital status as single, annulled, or widowed. I'm not.
Oh, that's so dope. I didn't know that. Yo, damn. 5 years for cheating? Does it go both ways? Because, you know, if I don't want to do no 5 years because I had another girl on the side, you know what I'm saying? But she could do 5 years? Damn, you know what? Even with that embedded in your mind, that the prison sentence for cheating on your husband is 5 years, my assumption is even if you bring them to America, they might be the same way. I don't know. Maybe not. Hopefully they would be. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I can't speak to the loyalty of Filipino women, but Asian women in general seem like they could be loyal. I don't know. Not all of them, clearly. Some of them are only scans and corn stars. So, you know, I guess you can't trust all of them, right? But look, this is my plan, right? This is my plan going forward, and I'm going to share it with you guys. So, you know, if you are a high-value man, if you're a Henry, if you're somebody who you could see yourself making a ton of money, listen up. I'm telling you some real ish, right? My thoughts going forward for now to protect myself, because I'm not going to be the guy sleeping around with as much women as I used to before I became quote-unquote famous, before I got a huge buzz or whatever, you know? I'm actually going to reduce the amount of girls I talk to overall, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm not going to be whining and dining girls anymore. I don't need to anymore. Now that I have a lot of value, a lot of status, like, you know, I don't need to do that anymore. I'm not going to prove myself. I had a girl say, well, you got to prove what am I trying to prove to you? My life is proof. If you don't look at my life, you can't see, that's on you. But why am I trying to, I am not that interested in seeing your butthole, baby. I'm not that interested, okay? So All that kind of finesse and dangle the carrot. Listen, I don't, keep your butthole to yourself. You can keep it, baby. Shit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta wipe your poopy ass anyway. Okay? And a lot of y'all don't even wipe properly, according to, you know what I'm saying, some wax technicians, okay? They say a lot of girls be having little curdles down there, okay? Gross, okay? I don't need to see them. They don't need to see them. Anyway, my whole point is the girls I do deal with, you know, it's going to be a privilege. I'm going to make it a privilege to come to my apartment. It's not some regular thing that I'm trying to persuade you on, get you to. In fact, if we want to hook up, I'd be more inclined to take you to a hotel. Okay? Because the hotel got cameras, and they'll see us strolling through hand in hand, and you all excited to get smashed on, okay? But for when I'm not in a hotel, what I'm going to do is in my main area, you know what I'm saying, let's say in my kitchen and the living room, I'm going to have cameras there. One, for security. Two, for if I do bring a girl over, one of my requests is if you do want to initiate an XXX, one, you got to sign this paper on camera, agreeing that you consented to it, and two, you got to make a move on me on camera, and then from there, after a few minutes of a little, you know what I'm saying, touchy stuff like that, then I'm going to tell you, take me by my hand and bring me into my bedroom. Now, as feminine as that sounds, that means on camera she consented. If you see a girl signing a paper, showing off that paper to the camera, aggressively on me, I'm sitting back, laying on the couch, she's making it on me, I'm palming the booty and all that. I'm not saying I'm not, you know what I'm saying, but she's aggressive, and we doing a, you know what I'm saying, a little, you know, getting a little hot and steamy there. Then she's like, and grabs my hand and leads me to the bedroom. I'm gonna look at the camera like, you feel me? I got that off, okay? Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos. And I'll see you over there.